Sam Altman wants to verify if you are human. Why is he doing this? Well, it's because a lot of you, like 80% of you, back when the corona crowning, that dark sun was coming and scaring everybody and doing that little start of the birth, but you had your RNA tampered with, and which is the messenger for the DNA, which is the light in the body. So you're all going dark, and you basically ain't human anymore. And there's been a invasion basically through some light beings called aliens per se. And that's why you also have the Alien Act and the illegal aliens and all these things in your news at the moment. That illegal America aliens. All right, so we're living in the beginning declared from the end. So the end is the beginning, and we live in a seam of time of end and new where they fade into each other. So there is like no definite end in a way, or definite beginning, but will be a definite on some temples out there, and the body's the temple, and you've done something with your ribbon nucleic acid, and the acid is the Antichrist. I did it. As you take out that Christ consciousness, and your pineal glands all darken and harden, and that's where you see the face of God and all those other things we're told. But so as this world idea is setting up, and they want to verify if you're human, and this puts your humanity into the internet, into that window into heaven, and heaven is likened into a net. So this is like where the beginning stages where we might be able to take this slide out and put it over here or whatever kind of thing. I see that's how we would be doing dang it, I'm having a brain fart on the name. It doesn't matter. Beam me up, Scotty. I'll think of it later. Either way. Oh, fucking A, dude. What's the fucking word? I had a brain fart on the name. Teleportation and such. So, the alien invasion and the aliens arriving here, light beings operating through us, they can be showing these things through the television, the CGI, the AI, all those things working together to show the lowest of the chakra, the people who operate on the lowest chakra, to show them these things, to give them the vision as well, because the seeing orbs or craft in the sky, or the mothership, like I've told you on our story, that these can be tied to different levels of consciousness or whatever. So obviously, if you see these things or whatever, you have to be able to handle it and not go nuts or whatever, because anyways, so that's where the invisible is becoming visible, and they're creating they're doing chemtrails and changing this, that, and the other through us, so God can reveal himself to us. Okay, and as he comes through us, he reveals himself through us to us. All right, so that's where we can see that the chemtrails are actually creating a mist where we might be able to, where the mothership or these disc over everything, the Discovery Channel, will be seen to even the lowest of the chakra people, and when it's seen to them, then they are elevated immediately. Okay, and then that would be like the final end of the church. But I'm sure there'll still be some deadbeaters out there be like, Jesus created the aliens. Jesus created the aliens. But that's why they also need you believing in Big Bang shooting space monkey ball, or whatever, cartoon space monkey ball on the heliocentric model. The heliocentric. Yeah. And it's a treat that you ate with the ox and the lion and the eagle. But the they want you to believe that there's all this space out here, that God's out here. Jesus is on his right side of the throne out there in heaven. And heaven somewhere out there in space we can't find them. All this, whatever kind of thing, or a higher dimension, all this stuff, right? So as it's all out there, that's where they can come in and be like, Jesus created the aliens too. And you would have to maybe agree with them on that point. But knowing that everything is here and combined, you got the sky clock going here. The moon used to go from this way to this way. Now it's like going this way to this way or whatever. Just changes on the clock, changes in the times and season. We can see the changes in that climate change and whatever, but the dark sun that we don't see normally, other than in an eclipse, could be the so-called mothership or whatever. And the mothership is actually that projects that sun onto, that projects the sun, which projects our world, or those kinds of things. But either way, that this the beast man and verifying if you're human and all that, whatever, the people who've had this symbiotic relationship put inside of them with the Venom creature that we see on Spider-Man, or like aliens, this thing coming out of your mouth or whatever kind of thing, right? In Wyoming, the first trip in 2021, when we went to Wyoming, sitting there on the couch, I was having all these kinds of weird downloads of all this kind of shit coming in, and now it's all like coming and making sense. So as it's making sense, we got the so-called alien invasion backwards. We've been talking to so-called aliens out there on the world stage, okay? It doesn't matter if it's true or not. It matters what they're telling us, so we need to extract what they're telling us and bring it here. It's like Planet X is here right before you, okay? Known as Elon Musk. And we're going to Mars. Some of us, at least. Some of you were dropped off on Mars. Like, what the hell happened? All right, now you're on that red planet. And either way, so that Mars red planet is the god of war. So that god of war is bringing his children to war, and hellfire is breaking open as they're attacking the Teslas, the Tesla, and those types of things. The Tesla for the Texas. So we're seeing how humanity that we were in, that last level of humanity, was changed, okay? And then they took out the RNA, or darkened the RNA or whatever, did the thing with the pineal. All those things can be changed, all right? But it's going to be changed into a way to get to the new human being, the new man, all right? So this is just a level up that we're doing as the other people are staying left behind. All right, and that's the beast man. Those are the ones who got infected by the aliens or whatever, because we see that the Mother Earth is the mothership in one way. All right, this is the physical mothership. Otherwise, there's a spirit mothership of light or whatever that we can't see necessarily. Unless it reveals itself to you, and like I told you, me, my wife, and 8 witnesses from the laundromat saw the mothership, I call it, because it's so freaking huge. It went behind the mountains, took up like a third of the sky, and all this other crap. Like, it was a huge ass triangle. And then we saw something else later on the night, 2 clouds coming together that made like a huge, like, classic UFO shape, saucer shape or whatever, but it was like huge, like it covered the whole moon, and then it went away kind of thing. But so I'm just putting what I've seen in my own life, what I've experienced, and then putting together what the motion picture, the Image Given Lab is doing, what the church is teaching, what I've heard, and been taught my whole life through end times and all those things, and then what the these teachers over here teach or whatever. So I'm trying to put it all together so you understand where we're going and what's been done, and the so-called aliens that are operating within us. We're on the mothership. Mother Earth is the mothership. We are the aliens we are all aliens in a way. And those types of aliens they talk about is just dark speak or symbolism for the types of people there are, like stereotypes or whatever. So everything is kind of like a half truth and half lie that we're kind of told. So we got to kind of extract it and understand the darkness within to get the truth out of it. So this is it. We're going into that multi-planetary system on Earth. That's where you got your parallel economies and the fading of times and all that stuff. So so as things go along, lockdown 2.0 would be like these people going into lockdown into their home, which would be their spaceships coming down from the mothership or coming up from the mothership, and they're in their cell structure for the Adam and Eve. As they go back into this thing, and then they would come back out into another type of world, or they got to go and be put in FEMA camps or exterminated or whatever kind of thing is going to be going on. But so basically it's all been done. Okay, everything's kind of finished, and it just has to basically just be wrapped up. And as it's being wrapped up, that's when the people try and break out.